ጤናይስጥልን የኢትዮፊደል.com የድረገጽ መዝናኛ ዝግጅት ተከታታዮቼ በአሁኑ ወቅት ባለው የኮቪድ-19 ወረርሽኝ የተነሳ በተለያዩ አካባቢዎች ቤተሰቦቻቸውን ላጡ መጽናናትን እንመኛለን። በህመሙም ላይ የሚገኙ ፈጥነው እንዲያገግሙ ምኞታችንን እንገልጻለን። አሁንም ጥንቃቄ ማድረጋችንን እንቀጥል። የህክምና ባለሙያዎች የሚሰጡትን የጥንቃቄ ምክር እንከተል እንላለን። ይህም በማለት ወደ ዛሬው ዝግጅታችን እናልፋለን። በዛሬው ዝግጅት የምንነግራችሁ በቅርቡ ስለሚታይ አንድ ኢትዮጵያዊ ፊልም ይሆናል። ይሄው ፊልም ካናዳ ውስጥ ነው የሚታየው። በኢትዮጵያዊቷ የፊልም ባለሙያ ተማራ ሜሪየም ዳዊት የተሰራው ሳሊን ማግኘት ወይንም ፋይንዲንግ ሳሊ የተሰኘው ፊልም የፊታችን ኤፕሪል 30 በሲቢሲ ቴሌቪዥን እንዲሁም በዶክመንተሪ ቻነል ላይ ሊቀርብ ነው። ካናዳ ተወልዳ ያደገችውና በአሁኑ ወቅት ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ በጎበዝ ሚዲያ ድርጅት ውስጥ ሲኒየር ፕሮዲውሰር የሆነችው ተማራ የሰራችው ፊልም የሚያተኩረው በአክስቷ በሰላማዊት ወይንም ሳሊ ህይወት ላይ ነው። ሳሊ በአጼ ኃይለ ሥላሴ ዘመነ መንግስት የኢትዮጵያ አምባሳደር ከነበሩት አባቷ ጋር ካናዳ መታ ትኖር ነበር። ከደርግ መምጣት አንድ ዓመት ቀደም ብሎ ለእረፍት ወደ ኢትዮጵያ ሄደች። በወቅቱ የኢትዮጵያ ህዝቦች አብዮታዊ ፓርቲ ኢሃፓ ትግልን ተቀላቀለች። መንግስትን በሚቃወሙ ንግግሮቿም ትታወቅ ነበር። በወቅቱ የኢሃፓ ከፍተኛ አመራር ከነበረው ጸሎተ ሕዝቅኤል ጋር ተጋብታም ትግሏን ቀጥላለች። ያም ሆኖ የደረሰችበት ሳይታወቅ እንደ ተሰወረች ቀርታለች። እንግዲህ አሁን ከ40 ዓመታት በኋላ ነው ኢትዮጵያዊቷ ፊልም ባለሙያ ተማራ ሜሪየም የአክስቷን ህይወት የሚተርከውን ፋይንዲንግ ሳሊ ፊልም የሰራችው። ስለ ፊልሙና ተያያዥ ጉዳዮች ላይ ዳይሬክተሯ ተማራ ለኢትዮፊደል የላከችልን መልእክት እናቀርብላችኋለን። ተማራ ፊልሙ የአክስቷን ህይወት ከመተረክ ባሻገር ነፃ ሐሳብ እንዲሸራሸር እንዲሁም በጉዳዩ ላይ ውይይት እንዲከፈት እድል ይፈጥራል ብላለች።
Hi Ethiofidel viewers, my name is Tamara Mariam Dowett and I'm the writer and director of the documentary film Finding Sally. I'm here in my house right now in Addis doing a few questions for you, interviewing myself basically so that you can get some more information about my film and its upcoming screening on the CBC in Canada. So, first question, what is the film about? Finding Sally is my personal investigation into the life of my Aunt Sally, or Salamawit, who I actually never knew she existed until about 10 years ago when I was age 30. So this film follows my investigation into Sally's life in Canada and her return to Ethiopia in the early 1970s and tracks what had happened to her during and after the 1974 Ethiopian Revolution. Why did I make this film? So I've always been interested in Ethiopian history and specifically the revolution and the Red Terror in the 1970s, and I think that finding out about Sally and really being encouraged by my grandmother to document and tell her story so that younger generations would remember the sacrifices and the contribution made by young people in that era, that was really the motivation and the catalyst for me to start researching her life and then in turn making this film. As I've said, the film is really an exploration of the secrets in my family and the culture of silence and pain around what happened under the Derg regime in the 1970s and the 1980s. And I think although this film is very much about what happened to my family, similar things have happened to and have impacted almost every family in Ethiopia. And I'm hoping that this film can be an opportunity for both critical thinking, discussion, especially, intergenerational conversations, because my family certainly had never told me about this. And I think that that's something that's not really specific only to my family. So I hope that families can tune in and watch the film and then start to have a discussion about what maybe happened in your family, in your neighborhood, to your friends, and to think about the past and to think about how those things also impact us today. I think one of the other motivations I had in making the film was I find that often with our history, with stories we tell about things in the past in Ethiopia, we tend to talk only about men. We tend to only remember men in history, and I found that it would be really interesting to do a film only from a female perspective. So that means everyone that's interviewed in my film, they're only women. And I wanted to look at the revolution and the Red Terror specifically from that perspective. And I think the last thing that was a motivating factor for me is I'm really just sort of tired of seeing movies about Ethiopia, set in Ethiopia, that are done from a really Western gaze and Western perspective. And I wanted to do something from an Ethiopian point of view. So that means my point of view as a member of the diaspora, and also, you know, my aunts and the other characters' point of views as Ethiopian women. So the film was selected for the Hot Docs Film Festival, which unfortunately isn't happening right now next week because of the coronavirus, but luckily the film is going to be aired on the CBC as part of Hot Docs at Home. So that means for those of you watching in Canada, you can tune in and watch the film. Those of you elsewhere in the world, hold tight because we'll have other screenings happening later in the year. So how can you watch Finding Sally? You can tune in on the CBC at 8 p.m. on April the 30th. So that's April the 30th is next Thursday, and the film will be airing at 8 p.m. on CBC. Also 8 p.m. on CBC Gem or cbcgem.ca, which is a streaming website, or the app, which you can have on Apple TV or Google Chromecast. And don't worry, you don't need to actually pay for a cable subscription to access CBC Gem. And then the film will also air again next Thursday on the documentary channel, the CBC documentary channel. So I hope that people can tune in. I hope the film will spark a conversation. And if you have questions, comments, messages about the film, you can certainly find us online. The website for the film is findingsally.com, and you can also follow us on Facebook or Twitter at findingsally.doc or Instagram at findingsally_doc. Thank you, Ethiofidel viewers, and I hope you can tune in.
ይህ ፋይንዲንግ ሳሊ የተሰኘው ፊልም በሲቢሲ ቴሌቪዥን ኤፕሪል 30 2020 በ8 ፒኤም ላይ በዚያው ቀን በ9 ፒኤም ደግሞ በዶክመንተሪ ቻናል ላይ ይታያል። ethiofidel.com ሰላም ሁኑ።